Yeah, I had a massive beehive. And a massive one. It was like some crazy beehive.
Damn,
and I wanted them to move the beehive. I didn't want them to kill all the bees. Because it was when they were talking about how bees are endangered now.
Oh, get the fuck
And
out
the guy said to me, he goes, can I be honest with you, bro? I go, what? He goes,
don't be a pussy.
I can tell you I'm going to relocate it. I'm not. he goes, and nobody else is either.
You would no. You think they're going to take it?
I'm going to come in there and spray the shit out
kill
of
them
it.
all.
And I said, what if you don't? He goes, they'll colonize another part of your house as well.
Yes.
Your whole house
No, you
got to
take it.
Your house will be a beehive.
Yeah, we get those. You know those mud hornets? They create the little mud thing.
Yeah.
We had a big mud thing in the backyard. Me, Bossy, and T got the super soakers out and just fucking blasted that thing.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck around with those.
Can't believe he called animal service for that. Was the guy like, what?
No, we called a beekeeper. You know, I was like, do you want bees? Because I was reading the news, bees were really endangered. And he's like, you know, the cell towers is fucking them up. And I was like, do you want some bees? I got a huge beehive. He came over, he goes, wow, that's a lot of bees, dude. And they're going to break off.
Just in the backyard?
Because they're going to break off into another
Yeah,
hive.
you can't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
And
with kiddos,
I was like, well,
dogs.
can we move them? And he's like, you want to move them, huh? He was like, I could put a bee suit on and grab the queen, and then they'd all, you know.
They follow if you get the queen?
If you take the queen.
You got to kidnap the queen.
You just take the queen, put it in your hand, and your whole hand will get heavy because the entire hive will literally. So you know when they wear a beard?
Yeah.
That's because the queen is there.
Oh, interesting.
So that's how you get them all around you. So you hold on to it, your whole arm
It's
will
tough
get
to get
heavy.
that queen, though. She's fucking right in the middle.
She's there. You just pick her up.
She's in the middle, though.
Yep.
You got to cut
They'll
Do
be
you know which one is the queen?
She's bigger.
Oh, she has a crown on.
Yeah, Chin, bring it up. You can see it. Getting the queen. And you get the queen, and they all just literally
What's the
come
queen
around
look
her.
like, though?
That's what I'm.
She's a big girl. Big girl.
Big Lizzo.
And what you do is and then they come all around you, and you end up holding on to it, and your hand will get heavy, and that's kind of what happens. See, there you go. He's holding on to her.
That's right here.
Right there, making a queen bee. Look at him. He's doing it without gloves.
He said making.
Marking?
Marking.
Mark.
Oh,
Yeah, Mark.
I thought making. Like, damn, you're just going to pick.
Makes it easier to find her. Look at how big she is.
How
See
the fuck
big
is she not stinging everybody?
I don't know, man. I think they're used to people, and he's been doing it a long
I feel
time.
like you're making stuff up, bud.
No, look at him. He's not hurting it. And then what you do is you hold on to her. I don't even know if she stings. She may not be able to sting. You hold on to her, and then it's so incredible that there's one queen bee, and then they all protect her.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Literally, they protect the queen bee.
Can you tell the difference between a queen bee?
So
and
it
a regular-
says the queen bee is usually the largest bee in the hive, both
Yeah.
longer and narrower than worker bees. Queen bees have a pair of jaws, mandibles on each side of their head, primarily used for non-aggressive tasks. And the queen bee's abdomen tends to be more pointed than that of the worker bee.
It's tough to see from an untrained eye, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Once you get a trained eye, though, you know. I said to the guy, I go, how do you know when a cow's sick? And he goes, they'll have a cough sometimes. Their ears are droopy. I was like, damn. But, you know, if you got an eye for that
Oh,
shit.
yeah. You can tell the difference.
Our boy AG's into snakes, right? A couple
Yeah.
snake nerds. And he had the #1 ball python breeder. Great guy. His name is Miguel. And Miguel's like, ooh, she's skinny. And I was like, damn.
A normal snake, man.
Yeah. He's like, ooh, she's skinny. She had menina. Yeah, she might have such and
Oh,
such.
wow.
I'm like, you guys are a
If
couple
you know your
snake
shit,
nerds.
yeah, if you know your shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know.
You guys have been stung by bees, obviously, right?
Not a hot second, though. T got stung last summer. Bossy got stung in the eye.
Oh,
He did not cry.
Damn.
But T got stung by a hornet twice in the shoulder. He freaked the fuck out.
I got stung like 10 or 12 times in my head because I was so stupid. Do you know Irvine Park in Orange County? Irvine Park?
yeah.
There was this huge hive. It was far away, and I'm like, I was younger, so I threw rocks at it.
Sure.
I'm thinking like that's so far away. They're not, whatever.
I did
And then
that
I just
too.
heard, zzz, and then I started running, and they just engulfed me.
They got your
Thankfully,
big
I didn't
head?
die.
They got
Yeah,
your big
that's
head?
like the biggest target they had.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I
fucked
fell
up.
down, freaking kept running.
Ooh.
Yeah, bee stings.
it's horrible.
I haven't been stung in forever, but I remember hurting so bad.
I climbed a tree and shot a pop gun at a beehive.
And what
I
happened?
never forgot. They went, "Mm," and a bee just came over and stung me. I watched it. It just went boom, and I went, oh, and I climbed down. And I was
How old
giving
were
a
you?
big talk. I had to have been 5, 6.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was tiny.
But have you been
remember I
stung as a
shot it.
grown man? Does it hurt as bad as we remember?
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Does it?
In fact, I would say it hurts worse than anything I've ever felt. And you're like, oh, it's a beast.
the worst is the-
Oh, no, this hurts the worst. And I got stung by a yellow jacket. That's
That's
super
different.
painful.
Yellow jacket's different.
No, a Pepsis wasp or one of them ground hornets. That's what's going to
Tarantula
really
hawk?
fuck you
Yeah,
up.
but we're not getting stung by those. But
No.
a hornet, you could get stung today.
Well, in Texas, by the way, scorpions are a problem in the old boots.
Yeah.
So let's make sure
you
our
leave your boots outside.
Yeah, and they'll sting the fuck out of you, and you'll get really, it'll fuck you up. It'll hurt you bad. Real bad.
Not really.
Hurts bad.
Yeah, it might hurt.
See, can you bring up
And the smaller
if
they are, the worse it
Coyote
is.
Peterson's been stung by a Texas scorpion? I want to see how
Texas
bad
scorpion
it is.
or just a scorpion?
Well, I want to see the kind of scorpions that are in Austin, Texas, because I want to know what they are. And they're a motherfucker, man.
Well, not specifically Texas,
Okay,
but which
these-
is
He
the
is the big one. The little one's the problem.
Oh,
Apparently, the big
I would
ones don't
never
hurt as
do
bad.
this, dude. First of all, would you do this, B? Like, watch him grab it.
See, he's fine.
He's fine.
Definitely hurt.
It hurts though.
Yeah, not too bad.
Can
Let's
you
see this, let's see this one.
by
This
the
next one.
tarantula hawk or something like that?
Yeah, this one might be worse.
The little one's worse.
so slow.
You guys like, yeah, I'm filming.
That's deep, though.
Okay. Do you remember the girl on Jackass though got a scorpion stung to her her lip?
No.
It was. You don't remember that clip from the new one? Can we show that? She was like.
Oh, that hurts
He said
more.
the
he
little-
said.
everyone says the little one hurts more than the big. The big one, you don't have to
But
worry about
apparently, he's not gonna die.
No. Even Black Widow's you're not gonna die.
This is what's great about YouTube is you can actually get to the truth of the matter, right? It's like, all right,
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Depends what you're
right,
looking
kind
for.
of is right. Kind of is right.
My kiddos love
Yeah, it's a
Jackass right now.
Really?
They love watching the Jackass.
Oh, come on. She stung.
So this is a real movie preview. Naked Gun is being redone. Liam Neeson's going to do it. And I guess throughout the movie, the whole thing is supposed to be everyone in the movie is like a child of someone who was previously in the movie, like their characters. And they kind of snub over OJ in a pretty funny way. And I think if we can play the clip, they show it.
That's pretty funny.
He's all,
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, it looks pretty funny.
Ah, it's so stupid.
I thought so. You
Yeah.
know, reboots are hard nowadays, but you know.
I think I did.
Seth
I did
MacFarlane, though, he
Naked
does it
Gun.
worse.
I did Naked Gun 3.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and it was really fun.
There's a third?
Yeah, and I worked with Liam Neeson. I mean, not Liam Neeson. Leslie Nielsen, and I worked with fucking the Zucker brothers, and it was
Oh, I do remember the third.
Can we find a picture of that?
with Brian in it.
What was
Yeah.
your character in it, B? Yeah, I remember. I remember him on the
remember.
gun, on the bullet.
remember. There I am. Yeah. Yep. He was naked too. Yeah.
It's a Scary Movie 4.
Yeah. Oh, I was in Scary Movie. Okay, it wasn't Naked Gun.
Brian.
Sorry. Sorry.
This one,
It was with Leslie Nielsen. I knew it was something. Scary Movie 4. It was the same guys though who did that.
Shut up, stupid. You don't even speak English. The Israeli asked the
Way to go,
gentleman.
Brian. He didn't give a fuck either. He was old. He was in his.
I am? I thought this was a wrinkly leather coat.
Sir,
These aren't buttons.
no.
I've been pulling this thing up and down like a zipper.
Mr. President, please.
There goes that duck again.
Yeah, that looks like Naked
Somebody
Gun.
can
You
kill me.
were on the right path. It was the right actor.
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Damn, they couldn't put you on the fucking poster.
but they put him on
I
the
don't deserve to be.
thumbnail. That's
How did you
cool.
find that? That was the clip
This was
I was
here.
in. Oh Christ!
That's
All
the
right.
thumbnail for the clip, yeah.
Oh, I got you. All right.
That's got to be cool looking back at old
No, it's
stuff
not.
like that.
No, it's
Brian
I
hates it.
hate everything about looking at it. Now that was fun. I played
This
Frank
one?
Captain Frank Dashel. Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. That was Death Valley. That movie could have been, that show could have been so good. And it was MTV and they
Death
fucked
Valley?
us. Huh?
What was it?
We hunted vampires, werewolves, and every it was
Oh,
it was
man.
an awesome, great time.
Look, that could have been you, dude.
It was so much fun, but it just didn't work out.
It's a cool shotgun.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I was the captain, and it was such a fun fucking part. The undead police task force, and it was fucking great. Killing vampires. It was all action and so much fun.